Hello everybody, welcome back to Read and Reread. I am Angelia and today I want to announce an event, T.S. Eliot in August. It's a poetry reading event and you may have begun to see some announcement videos popping up here and there, and you'll probably see some more as well. But I wanted to make my own and invite everyone to read along with us in August. I'm one of the hosts of this event along with Thomas from the channel Books, Art, Crime, and Popular Culture, and also Roy and Dr. Ginny from the channel Roy Reads Anything. And we also have an illustrious group of co-hosts and participants. I will link everyone that I know about in the notes below. First of all, I have to say that I am not the host with the most. I know very little about T.S. Eliot. I will tell you what we're going to read and kind of like my background about T.S. Eliot, which is, it's going to be a short video, but I have the spirit of adventure. So if you also have the spirit of adventure of reading poetry that is unfamiliar to you, or you attempted it long ago and you couldn't quite figure it out, come on along, because that's exactly where I am at as well. And a couple of months ago, I was talking in a video about poetry I had been reading, and I have been going back and looking through some of my old collections and anthologies. One of the books that I was looking at inadvertently sparked the idea for this event, and that was this old modern poetry anthology, and it was owned once upon a time by a mysterious reader named Flo Smoot. I dedicate this event to Flo Smoot, wherever she may be. Not only a mysterious reminder about gloves, but also in this volume, she only underlined a few things, and the only note she wrote in the entire anthology is in the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock by our friend T.S. Eliot. Beside this passage about the yellow fog, she wrote, "sensuous," and she underlined it. And in the comments, a lively discussion ensued about whether or not this poem is indeed sensuous. And so our deep dive in August into the poetry of T.S. Eliot is going to begin with that poem, and then we're also going to be looking at some other short poems and the 4 quartets, and I think we're culminating with the Wasteland. Now, I am a little bit familiar with some of the things that we're going to read. I've read the love song of J. Alfred Prufrock many times, and I also used to have this volume of, what is it called? Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats, the Edward Gorey cover. I used to own this book, and I got it when I was a kid. And I had that for many years until it suffered an untimely demise. A beautiful but extremely naughty greyhound that we used to have named Betsy. May she rest in peace. Betsy was a food stealer. She didn't really rip things up around the house, except one day she decided that she wanted to taste books. And she looked all around, high and low, in our library, and then she decided to chew on some of my childhood books. And some of them didn't survive, including Practical Cats. She took it out. And then I kind of forgot about it. I thought, why don't I have that book? Where is it? And then I remembered I had blocked it out of my mind that Betsy, the dog, ate Practical Cats. So I don't have that one anymore, but I have copies of some of the other works we're going to read, or I'm borrowing them. I do look forward to this reading, and The Wasteland is one that I have attempted to read before, and I struggled with it. And I'm hoping that this time around, we're allocating 2 weeks to the study of The Wasteland. It's not that long of a poem, but it's very dense, it's very layered, it's very confusing, but maybe it isn't. We'll find out when I try to read it again with the scaffolding of this group around me. So I don't know a whole lot about the life and times of T.S. Eliot either. I know he was born in the 1880s, I believe. His body of work is in the 20th century. He was an American who became a British citizen and renounced his American citizenship as an adult. I look forward to learning a little bit more about his life as we study his poetry, and also about his influences on writing and culture over the past century. All of this good stuff is yet to unfold, but I invite you to read along with us. Rustle up a copy of The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock to start with at the beginning of the month. I have the definitive Flo Smoot version, and I am sure it's going to be a fascinating deep dive. See you soon.